I'm Natalia Bonner. It's day 298. Today we're going to be stitching using my mini inside out machine quilting ruler. Let's get stitching. I'll start out by using my blue Mark Be Gone marker and a rotary type ruler. I'm going to mark a T through the center of my quilt block. Now I'm ready to begin stitching. I'll start stitching on the left side of my block at that marked point. From there, I'll stitch an angular line up to the top of the block. When I get to that top center point, I'm going to stitch a straight line down to that center point where I'll adjust my ruler, stitch a straight line over to the right, adjust again, and then stitch an angular line right back up to that top center point. Now when I get back to that top center point, I'm going to travel back down that angular line, moving over a ½ inch. So I'll line up that first marked line on my mini inside out machine quilting ruler so it lines up with that center point. That's how I know my spacing is exactly at ½ inch without adding any extra markings. I'll use my ditch and my previous stitch line as my travel. Actually, on this one, not my ditch. I'm going to use just the previous stitch lines as the points where I'll travel back and forth. I'll repeat that process until I get all the way to the outside of that block. Then from there, I'm going to stitch an angular line down to that bottom center point. When I get down to that bottom center point, now I'm going to stitch straight lines that are radiating out from that, out towards the outside of the block, again, making my spacing ½ inch apart. I can line up those markings on the mini inside out machine quilting ruler with either the outside of the block or my previous angular line to make sure that those lines are nice and straight without any additional markings. From there, once I've completed that, then I'm going to travel over across the bottom, over to that bottom left block where I'm going to repeat the same process as I did in that upper right block. So this time, filling in that inside of that top triangle with those back and forth straight lines. Once I've completed those straight lines, then I'm going to travel up, back up to that upper left corner of my block where I'm going to fill that block in with those angular lines that are radiating out from that center block. Once I've stitched all those radiating lines, I'll complete this block design by spritzing away those marked lines and stitching in the ditch all the way around the outside of the block. Friends, I hope you enjoyed today's block and found a little bit of inspiration with my machine quilting. Now just remember, you can pick up the panel, the rulers, the thread, all of the notions that I'm using in this video today over on my website, peaceandquilt.com. And don't forget to share your progress pictures over on Instagram using the hashtag Let's Stitch with Natalia. That's where we will be selecting winners for weekly prizes. See you all tomorrow.